This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Bill Bailey is headed our way. He's bringing his Thoughtifier show. He's going to be playing Perth Riverside Theatre Saturday the 2nd of November. But before that, a couple of nights before in Mandurah and Bunbury, if you're so inclined, book at Bohm Presents. That's BOHM Presents.com. We got the opportunity to catch up with him before we went on a break. Sean was still here.
Yeah, so this isn't Sean live from Bali.
No. No. And there's a couple of parts of this because we had a great chat to Bill Bailey. Let's have a listen.
Hello.
Hello, Bill.
There you are. Bill Bailey. What a pleasure.
Oh, thank you very much.
Really wealthy right now.
Oh, really?
Are you in a tomb?
It does look like a tomb. You're right. There's artifacts behind you, Bill.
Do you live in a pyramid?
I'm in the British Museum. I'm actually in an exhibit.
There is looking like some artifacts behind you. Certainly some art pieces.
Have you been on a dig recently?
Yes, I dug these out this morning. Yeah.
What are they, Bill?
They're my relatives. There's Auntie Jean there, and then Uncle Frank over there.
Uncle Frank
they're diminished.
Does the ears run in the I was wondering if the ears run in the family. I don't see them with you, but I do see them on your auntie and uncle there.
Yeah, no, it's a very powerful gene. The ear gene.
The Bailey.
But of course they're petrified. I mean, they've been ossified.
Yeah.
And we like to keep them around, you know.
It's nice.
It's a lovely touch.
It's like you saw a while there, and it was especially in America. Are you drinking champagne?
Yes, I am.
We forget the time difference. It's breakfast radio
here,
so we're all up and
What
about.
life are you living right now? If you get if a hand comes out from the screen and feeds you caviar, I'm done.
They say there's no money in comedy. Hello.
This is how I live. Go on.
I was going to talk about how people were getting their pets stuffed in America, and they were doing them like their dog, and then the dog would, and then the dog's paws would hold the remote control.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, right.
So functionally stuffed. Yeah. So
That's just creepy. That's not right.
you've got your aunt and uncle behind your head. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
I'm just expecting you to pick up a lobster next.
Bill, have you stopped down to chat to us on a night out, or what's going on here?
No. I mean, I'm a living exhibit at the National Gallery. No, I've just been to dinner. I've had a bit of dinner, and I'm now relaxing at home in my West London home.
Yes, and he thought, what I need to do now is have a nice glass of champagne and talk to some people in Perth. That just makes sense. Your life makes
exactly.
sense.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. See?
Another sip.
Hey, what did you order for dinner? What'd you have?
Oh, do you really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
100%.
Let's do that. No, I went to my local restaurant in my street. It was a fantastic Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
Their concept is like it's Indian railway food. So it's a guy. I don't know if you've ever been on the railways in India.
I have, yes.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's like that.
While you're eating, are there like 400 people on the roof as well for the authentic?
That's right. You cling to the outside of the building, and they just hand you like naan bread through the window.
They throw butter chicken in your general direction.
Yeah, that's it. You just have to grab what's going. They just chuck it out the window. The gravity just sends it into the place. No. It's a lovely little spot. So yeah, I'm supporting a local restaurant.
The first time I had Indian food was actually when I went to London, because before then, when I was growing up, when my mum would make anything, it looked like a stew. So I thought Indian food was like a stew, and I went, no.
Essentially it is, but just with more spices and flavour.
Until you're going to London, you go, oh my God, this is bloody beautiful.
I know. My mum made one curry and it had no heat in it. There's nothing. There was not even an ounce of warmth, but it did have coconut and sultanas in it.
In our house, we had no cultural food coming in at all. In my house, growing up, Bill, a treat for us was mince on toast. And let me give you the ingredients. You get mince, you cook it, and then you put it on toast.
Oh,
are you writing this down?
Pretty straightforward. I like that. So I thought when you said mince, I thought you meant like, peppermint. So that'd be quite weird. But minced meat, minced beef.
Yeah, minced beef.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dear Lord.
Yeah.
That's pretty basic. No, I mean, my
he's
mum.
a basic bitch. Don't worry.
Yeah. Do you know what though? We did have the curry when I was growing up was very much like that. My mum put raisins in it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, what? And also, she would slice banana over it in case it was too hot.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
And
okay.
Take the heat out of
desiccated
it.
coconut. Yeah.
Does
I love
banana
it.
take the heat out of a curry?
Well, there was no heat in it anyway, was there, Bill?
No.
You know why? Because you won't be worrying about. You won't be thinking about why it's so hot. You'll be thinking, why am I eating banana?
With a curry.
Yeah.
The only
I
heat
know.
came from Keen's curry powder. That was it, and there was no heat in that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know why there was this myth going around that banana somehow it's like the asbestos of food. It would somehow insulate the food.
It
You know,
sounds
you
like-
never see, there's a fire. Quick, get a banana. Fire.
Yeah, put the blanket down. That's not going to do anything.
It sounds like it was just a sneaky way to make you eat some fruit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah, you're right.
So, Bill, you're coming down here again. Like we
Yes.
spoke to you a couple of times last year, or certainly last year,
Yes.
after your last tour. So the crowds are loving your work. You can't get enough of coming
He's
down to WA.
amazing.
I'd love it. No, I just genuinely love the crowds there. I've always had fun there, and you know what? Over the years, you know, it's like it's like when I first started to come to Australia. It was many years ago now, and and I guess like whenever you come to a new place, people don't know who you are, and it took a while, because I remember the first Melbourne Comedy Festival I came to, and people, I was in the front. People just walk, there's two couples in the front row. I'm clearly, I don't know, they had no idea what I was talking, not a clue what I was talking about, and then they got up and walked out, and I said, oh, sorry, have I offended you? And then this woman, she nudged her husband, and he went, oh, sorry, mate. He goes, we thought you were the juggler, right? and so, and I guess, you know what I mean? Like, so it's a bit of, it takes a while to build up a crowd, but these days, I've been coming to Australia enough times now. People kind of have figured out what I do, and they come to me, which is great. I love it. And
So you've just started juggling, obviously, to keep people happy.
Yeah, I keep the juggling in, but no, it's just juggling with ideas, concepts these days.
Yeah.
So, Bill, it is interesting, the timing of your tours. I think it always seems to be just as the weather turns in London, you think, I've got to go to Australia again. Deliberate, right?
Yes, absolutely right. Exactly. I mean, my tours are based around a barometer, on the wall,
Yes.
just as the temperature starts to drop. Wait a minute, aren't I supposed to be in a different hemisphere? So, it's always great, and it's a lovely time of year to be in Australia. It's great, and my tours there, I'm very fond of the place and you lot and the people, because there's a kind of I think we share a lot of similarities in our humour. There's a kind of a genuine sort of sense of loving of the surreal nature of life. The genuine absurdity of it, and a kind of a healthy skepticism about the higher ups and general authority. And I think we're very similar. And I've always found that over the years. So it's a great place to come.
Are you finding that wokeness is coming into comedy too much?
There is a bit, yeah. I mean, I think the thing is that it's like we adapt, and comedy adapts. And society adapts, and comedy is very fluid. It's very mercurial, it will just flow around wherever it needs to find, an outlet. And I think that it doesn't necessarily mean that things are restricted by it. We just, we find other ways to get to the funny.
Yeah.
So I don't see it as an impediment. No.
Yeah.
Bill, I wanted to ask you about the moment you heard that you were dead and had been released somewhere along the line.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Well.
Would you like to confirm or deny the rumours?
Remember that time when you were dead? Yeah.
Well, you're in a tomb right now, so we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I'm dead right now. The BBC announced my death on Twitter, as it was then, it was someone else. It was some guy in America called Bill Bailey who died, but the BBC panicked and pressed the Bill Bailey's dead button. I'm assuming they have one.
They had been hovering over it for a while. Yeah.
He's gone. He's gone. Quick emergency obit. Anyway, so this photograph appeared on social media with me saying Bill Bailey committed and died. And I was like, I was kind of a bit disappointed at the result. You know, the reaction was pretty muted.
There wasn't an outpouring of public grief.
No, I was hoping for more like kind of North Korean, mourners lining the streets, just weeping, gnashing their teeth.
Yeah,
He's dead.
David Beckham queuing to see you lying in state.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
exactly. Something like there was not a couple of sad face emojis. That's it.
They had
not a great deal.
those, one of the plots for an episode of Schitt's Creek, Moira Rose.
Yeah.
They announce that she's dead, and she's not, of course. And then the thing that surpasses her death notice is a giraffe and a kitten that were best friends. The giraffe stood on the kitten and killed it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly that was the biggest death news of the day over her.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
so did you have to call the BBC and say, "Hey, just so you know, I'm fine"?
And do you get an apology?
I'm fine. No, nothing. I got nothing. They just kind of took it down quietly. But in the meantime, loads of people phoned me up to get in touch. That was a weird thing. Like my family phoning me. Are you okay? Well, I'm not dead, so
I answer.
Right?
Where were you when you found out you were dead?
Well, I was on tour. I was in a hotel room, and my tour manager texted me, and he goes, "I've just seen that you're dead."
We've got a show to do.
Yeah, are you gonna be? And I went, no, I'm. Just a conversation. No, I'm okay. And I posted out. I said, for those of you coming to the show tonight, I'm okay. The tickets are still valid.
It's like it's weekend at Bernie's.
At least they care, Bill.
Yeah.
You got people contacting you, so you'd imagine they cared. Otherwise, they're just looking for, okay, can we move into his house?
Yeah, but a bunch of them were only caring if they're getting a refund. I'm sure, to be honest.
That's right. Exactly. So can I get the tickets? Can I get the money back? I mean, that was it. That was the sort of. That's the reality. I think we all have to deal with that. It was quite chastening in many ways. It was like, people are just going to move on. Oh, never mind. Bad face. Anyway, I got my money back. I spent the money.
Well, we're glad you're still alive, Bill, and coming to Australia. Bill hits our shores at the end of October, so he'll be playing Riverside Theatre Saturday the 2nd of November. But if you don't want to go there, if you want to get away for the weekend, you could go and see him at the Mandurah Performing Arts Centre on the 31st of October, or in Bunbury on the 30th of October. Tickets from Bone Presents, that's BOHMpresents.com. Thank you so much for talking to us, Bill. This is fresh from the National Museum. It's a delight.
Bill Bailey, not dead.
Not dead.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.